Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am really excited to be joining a YouTube hop, and it is for Confessions of a Paper Addict. She is Virginia Walker, and she has a Facebook group, and she has also opened a Etsy shop with cut files, some amazing cut files. And her Etsy shop is COAPA. Which stands for Confessions of a Paper Addict. So she had asked a bunch of us, and I think there's 21 of us in this hop, and they're all posted below. So go ahead and check down below, and you can just follow the person after me and go through the list. But we all got to choose a cut file that we wanted to use and create a layout with it. And I had some photos I needed to scrap from one of the retreats I went to last year. So I decided to use this Eat, Sleep, Craft, Repeat cut file. And rather than backing each letter, I decided to back each word in a patterned paper. And then I was going to do paint strokes, was my first plan, do paint strokes of that color coming off of each letter. And then I decided I would add a little texture and use a stencil, and I'm using some Nouveau mousse. The green is a Nouveau embellishment mousse, and so is the blue. And you saw me mix with the yellow. I just mixed some Dilutions paint with some modeling paste to get the yellow color, and I'm going to do the same thing when I add the pink. Now I found the blue Nouveau mousse, which I just got from scrapbook.com in my haul yesterday. It was really chunky, and I don't know, it did not go on very easy. So I'm not sure if this is old or if I should add some water to it to kind of loosen it up a little bit. If anyone has experience with the Nouveau mousse and have experienced this being kind of hard to work with, leave a comment below, because I love the color, so I definitely want to continue using it, but it was not the easiest to work with. So I'll figure it out and play with it some more. But anyway, I recently picked up a paper pad from Whimsical from Tuesday morning, and unfortunately I was unable to find any of the embellishments, but I did, like I said, I shopped at scrapbook.com, and I did pick up a few of the embellishments for Whimsical. It was actually on sale or clearance, I think. And I'm using some of those embellishments to go along with these papers. You will notice in a little bit that I am so messy when I do mixed media, and I always smudge my paper somewhere with color that in a place where it's not supposed to be. So, I had to figure out a way to fix it. And you will see it here when I turn the page, and it will be on the right hand side where all of the texture paste is. And I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on with my throat and my voice today. But I had to find a creative way to cover up my mess that I made. And I was like, could I put an embellishment there? Well, that wouldn't have worked. So you're going to see on the right where you see that smudge, and a little bit further down the video you'll see how I fix that. I also did some fussy cutting out of some of the cut apart sheets in the Whimsical pad, and I also did a cut file of a paint palette. This that I had found, I think it was probably a Paper Issues or something of that nature. Do you see that big blue mark on the right? Yeah, that is where I totally messed up. It was driving me crazy. So anyway, I did make a paint palette that you'll see come on, and that was from a cut file as well. Not from Virginia's shop, but it was an older cut file, I think from Paper Issues. So I'm backing my photo. I decided to use, I did not want to add any more layers or colors underneath the photo because I felt like it would be too distracting. There's already quite a bit going on right there. So I just backed it with some gold vellum. It's like a coppery gold color vellum. And then I placed that frame, which is from another Whimsical or another Paige Evans collection. I'm not sure which one. And now I'm going to start pulling out just some of the embellishments that I have and just playing around with where I'm going to put things. That little flower looking piece says feeling crafty, and I cut that out of a cut apart sheet. And there is the paint palette. And I found a paintbrush in the whimsical sticker sheet that I ended up laying over the paint palette. And I love how that turned out. So let's see. Okay, I think now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do over on that right side. And what I end up doing is in the sticker book, I found some washi strips. So I'm just layering up a few of the washi strips that's going to come off of the right side of the photo. And I felt like that worked because it kind of drew a horizontal line over from, you know, where my cut file was. And I think that worked out nicely. I don't think it looks awkward or anything. And I just made sure that my embellishments that I lay over there on the side do overlap on that piece so that it looks like it all belongs together and that it wasn't just an afterthought. So I'm going to layer up some of the washi there, and then I'm just going to start kind of placing my embellishments. I always seem to have a cluster that is grounded by my photo, and that's that cluster there to the right. And then I usually try to do a cluster, you know, either in a diagonal design or in a triangle design to move your eye across the page. So I end up doing a cluster up at the top left, and I'm going to pull in a floral sticker from the whimsical sheet, and I'm going to put that up in that little cutout between sleep and eat. And once I have one floral on there, then I feel like I want to represent a floral in all of the clusters. It doesn't have to be the same floral, but something similar. So I do end up doing a floral in my main cluster by the photo, and then I do a floral down on the bottom cluster where I'm going to use a piece of a frame, and then I'm going to use a floral rub-on. And I love how that turned out. So I'm making sure I put tape on the back of my foam. I also added glue because going over all of this embellishment mousse and modeling paste, I wanted to make sure my photo was going to stick down. So, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue my cut file, which I think I just do that off camera. And then I'm just going to start sticking and plunking all of my embellishments. And like I said, what I did was made sure I had a floral in each cluster. I was not sure what I was going to do in that upper right hand side or left hand side with the floral, and I end up going through my stash and I do find something, and I'll talk about that when I get to that part. But I hope you will all check out the ladies below. I have seen some of the layouts, and oh my goodness, are they gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Virginia is also offering a discount code, and you will see the code at the end of my video. I think it's welcome 10, which would be off of your whole order. So stay tuned for that at the end. As always, I'm going to have close-up photos at the end also. And like I said, I will definitely link everybody's channels below. And there will be a link to the shop and to Virginia's Facebook group. So guys, I am getting so close to 500 subscribers. I think I need 20 more subscribers and I will meet my goal of 500, and at that time I'm going to be doing a giveaway. I'm super excited. I'm so glad if you're already a subscriber. Thank you so much. I love having you watch my videos, and I love the comments that you leave. Yeah, so if you're not already a subscriber, I would love for you to subscribe so I can meet my goal. And definitely spread the word about my channel if it's something that you like. I would love to build my channel up a little bit more. Let's see. So I found these scissors, and this was in the Thickers set, and I think it came with the Whimsical collection, but I got it actually at Tuesday Morning. And I'm trying to figure out where to put these scissors. Initially, I wanted to put them right down there by the paint palette, but I felt like it was getting way too crowded down there with the embellishment in the bottom right corner and then the embellishment around my photo. It just was not, it was just too distracting. And so I kind of played with it a little bit more. I tried it, I'm going to try it up in the left-hand corner, and it just looks awkward there. And plus, it's too close to the other navy blue in the layout. So you'll see where I end up deciding to put it here in a moment. Now here's where I'm auditioning those flowers, that flower sticker, and there's where it's going to go. Love how it fills in that space. That just, it was the perfect size. And now I'm going to look through the sticker sheet for another flower, and I'm going to tuck that underneath the paint palette, just kind of sticking out there. And I love how that looks as well. There I am, trying to put those scissors up there. Nope, I do not like it. It's too big. It's too much of a statement up there, and it makes your eye sit up there too long, in my opinion, where I want my eye mostly sitting where my photo is. So I decide not to put it up there. And where I'm going to end up placing it is right there, right next to my photo, over those washi strips, which kind of gives those washi strips another job, which would be like a foundation for that embellishment. So I really like how it looks right there. Super happy with that. Now I'm thinking I need embellishments up in that left-hand corner, but I have no idea what to do. That Feeling Crafty, that was too big. Everything I was looking at was either too big or too small. So I'm going to go into my stash, and I'm going to find it's like a fabric paintbrush from Box of Crayons collection. And that is what I'm going to end up putting up at the top there over that flower embellishment. But it just wasn't enough. It just felt really flat, and I didn't like it. So what I ended up doing is getting some thread, and I used pink and yellow thread, and I just wound that in a little ball, and you'll see that I'm going to place that under my paint strip. It's hard to see in the video, but you can definitely see it in the close-up. Now, I thought there was just a little bit too much white space at the top, and since I had something kind of grounding the bottom with that bottom cluster, I decided to take just a strip of one of the papers in the paper pad, and then I had some copper washi tape that I ripped and put that at the top. And I really like how that kind of finishes off the top part of the layout as well. Let's see here. I think I'm going to be finishing up here. At the bottom cluster, I put a little banner that says, "Let's get creative." And then I end up adding a heart that I fussy cut out of the paper. And that is really going to do it. Once I finish and I stop recording, I did end up adding a little bit of a sprinkling of enamel dots. I added some in the upper left and the bottom right, and you'll see those on the still shots. So here I am with that paintbrush, and I love how that looks. It's not too big. It kind of blends in a little bit so it doesn't keep your eye up there. And there you see I put the thread underneath it. And then I'm just going to pop on some button stickers, and I'm going to end up putting a pop dot under one of those copper hearts from the paper pad. And I like that because I cannot have an embellishment cluster with just one thing. I couldn't have left it there with just the paintbrush. It just didn't seem finished to me. So adding the thread and those little bits with the stickers, I feel really finished it off. So yeah, I'm so glad you guys stopped by to my channel. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments below, and definitely make sure that you check out all of the other ladies. I think you're going to be super impressed with Virginia's cut files. They are intricate and beautiful, and you are going to love them. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a great weekend.